of innovation, I think, about how you can bring additional value to the world. If you're going to prove it, you're going to inspire other people to pursue better. We've created it.
Hi, my name's Brian Underwood. I don't know, I think that my mom dressed me really well when I was younger and I just got used to it.
Okay.
The only way to innovate, the only way to continue to grow markets is to stretch boundaries, to see in the blue ocean where no one's had the courage to go before. Become the best versions of themselves. Become the best versions of themselves. Become the best versions of themselves. You have the ability to be a part of history. Our differentiator is very simple. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you.
That is reminding yourself of your power and your greatness. And the only way to do that is seeing other people that are overcoming to become.
Brian Underwood is Pruvit's founder and CEO. Born May 3rd, 1973 in Louisville, Kentucky, Brian claims he's had an entrepreneurship bug since high school. I have an excerpt from Disrupt magazine here that says, Brian has always had the entrepreneurship bug, something that he first noticed as a high schooler, but it took him over 20 years of trial and error, struggle, and determination to ultimately achieve the vision that he saw for himself as a younger man. We asked him what the biggest contributing factors were to his success. Mindset and attitude, Brian said. They have so much to do with where we're going and how we get there. One of my favorite quotes that I heard as a kid was, "Your attitude determines your altitude." And that is absolutely true. Of course, that was written as a paid article, so he's known for that. But it goes on to say, in his early career, Brian was hired by a manager who mentored him at consumer goods giant Procter & Gamble to work in sales. He recalls being deeply affected by the negativity of his team, which began to impact his own attitude. Sensing this, his mentor pulled him aside and said, "Get out of the gutter! Stop letting others drag you down!" And that moment sparked a shift in Brian's mindset and set him on a different path. Underwood entered the direct selling space early, around age 20, after witnessing his high school basketball coach earn substantially through an MLM distributor role, motivating him to begin his own path in network marketing.
Fire the coach
Came from another paid article. Brian started in digital marketing and direct sales in the early 2000s, right as internet marketing was gaining momentum. He worked on developing lead generation systems and online platforms for network marketing. Brian was a part of iLearningGlobal in the late 2000s. He invested in and partnered with Michael Rutherford on this personal development MLM. It was promoted as a Netflix of personal development, and Brian had a leadership role promoting the platform. iLearningGlobal ultimately shut down, and many former reps describe it as unstable and overhyped. Underwood was also in the Limu company in the early 2010s. That was a health supplement MLM that sold seaweed-based energy drinks and weight loss products. He was a distributor and recruiter there, using online funnels to generate leads. Of course, he left to build his own systems, likely due to limitations within Limu's structure. Underwood was also in Rip-In and was involved both as a promoter and indirect stakeholder. According to sources, Underwood helped support Rutherford financially and operationally during their joint ventures, and Rutherford followed him into Pruvit. With his background in sales and previous ventures in network marketing, he dove into the ketone space. He jumped in early before ketones were well known, and Pruvit capitalized on being one of the first companies to bring ketone supplements to the market. Pruvit is a multi-level marketing company that sells ketone supplements and promises fat loss, better energy, and mental clarity. Underwood launched the company in 2015 with the goal of creating what he called a movement, not just a product line. His philosophy was all about mindset, empowerment, hustle, and as he put it, proving it every day. Pruvit's mission states, Pruvit is proud to be the worldwide leader in ketone technology as we pioneer this new marketplace. We set out to tackle the supplement world by creating the world's preeminent consumer-based ketone supplement drink, Keto OS. With community as our focus, our philosophy remains simple. Make people better. Hustle culture was his answer. Permission not required. There was a post posted up by him on July 9th saying, "Waiting for approval? Not my thing." And it's a picture of a notebook sitting on a keyboard, and in it, he wrote, "Permission isn't required." Just, tuck that away. Remember this. Brian started Pruvit with two other friends, one who may be very familiar to you. Brian was the public founder and CEO, Chris Harding was the co-founder and investor, and Terry LaCore was a silent partner and in charge of the infrastructure and manufacturing through LaCore Enterprises. Of course, like all multi-level marketing schemes, distributors called promoters earn money in Pruvit by selling products directly to customers or recruiting others into the business and earning commissions from their downline sales. Like most MLMs, the focus often shifts from retail sales to recruitment, with heavy emphasis on building a team and hitting ranks for bonuses. Promoters are encouraged to live the brand lifestyle, posting online, attending events, and buying into the culture of biohacking and success mindset. Critics have raised concerns about exaggerated product claims, the high cost of supplements, a lack of income transparency, and how hard it is to make real profit without constant recruitment. Despite what critics had to say, though, Pruvit grew fast, reportedly hitting over $1 billion in cumulative sales within 5 years. It cultivated a devoted community of promoters, often with a strong cult of personality surrounding Brian himself. And here he is on a private jet. In case you needed more reasons to not like him up till now. In 2025, the company was acquired by Herbalife, another MLM giant, though Underwood stayed on as CEO. But Pruvit's rise hasn't been without controversy. Underwood and the company have faced several lawsuits over the years, including a high-profile dispute with top promoter Michael Rutherford over unpaid commissions. That case revealed deeper tensions behind the scenes and questions about leadership integrity. Also, in September of 2023, Pruvit sued 3 distributors who left the company and spoke out about it. Here is Michael Rutherford on the left and Brian on the right. Underwood was referred to as a bully by Michael Rutherford in past litigations, but these accusations get far, far worse. Most recently, in August 2025, Brian Underwood was named in a sexual assault and discrimination lawsuit by a former staff member. The complaint accuses Underwood of repeated unwanted sexual advances, creating a hostile work environment, and retaliating when his advances were rejected. This was posted on Behind MLM on August 2nd. I think it's important that we read this. Plaintiff Clarissa Jones filed suit against Pruvit and Underwood on July 14th in Jefferson Circuit Court in Kentucky. As per her Pruvit corporate bio, Jones had worked at Pruvit since 2019. Roles attributed to Jones at Pruvit include marketing, communications, and support, as you can see here, as alleged by Jones in her complaint. Almost immediately upon plaintiff working for Pruvit and continuously and incessantly throughout the entire 5 years plaintiff worked for Pruvit, Underwood sexually harassed plaintiff, including but not limited to made sexually suggestive comments to her, asked her to have sex with him, asked her to send naked pictures of herself to him, sent naked pictures of himself to her, and purchased lingerie and bathing suits for her to wear. On one occasion, just weeks after plaintiff began working for Pruvit, Underwood walked up to plaintiff while she was in Pruvit's copy room and rubbed his erect penis against her.
Ew! Nasty, nasty, nasty.
Underwood repeatedly asked plaintiff to come to his house during work hours. There was never a business reason that necessitated plaintiff to go to Underwood's house. Jones alleges she was punished for declining Underwood's advances. On at least 2 occasions, defendant Underwood demoted plaintiff, including reducing her pay and ending her bonus structure, within days of her rejecting his explicit sexual advances. Ultimately, in October 2024, plaintiff stated to defendant Underwood that she needed to make more money. Defendant Underwood immediately used it as an opportunity to ask plaintiff to come to his house and have sex with him. Plaintiff declined. Within days, on October 31st, 2024, Pruvit fired the plaintiff. Jones claims Underwood's advances created a hostile work environment. As a direct and proximate result of the defendant Pruvit's wrongful actions, plaintiff has suffered mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation, and lost wages and benefits. As a direct and proximate result of the defendant Underwood's wrongful actions, plaintiff has suffered mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. Across 3 counts, Jones is suing for sex discrimination. She's suing Pruvit, 2 counts of it, and 1 count of assault towards Brian Underwood. Defendant Pruvit discriminated against plaintiff by conditioning her employment on sex and terminating her employment because of her refusal to have sex with its owner. Defendant Underwood's assault of plaintiff continues to cause and will cause her to suffer substantial mental anguish, humiliation, and damages to her personal dignity. In addition to allegations of sex harassment and assault, Underwood has been in and out of court on allegations of bullying. Longtime business partner Michael Rutherford filed a second lawsuit against Underwood and Pruvit in June of 2024. Unfortunately, Kentucky makes it difficult for members of the public to access case information. As such, we won't be able to provide our usual standard of case coverage. The website won't, and I won't be able to, but others are tracking the case, and I'll be tracking it to the best of my ability, and we'll be sure to give you an update if I hear one. These are serious allegations, and while the legal process is still unfolding, it's added a major blemish to the image Brian Underwood has spent years crafting as a bold, empowering leader. Really, he's just a whiny sex pest. As of right now, Pruvit has not even made a statement on this, and they still have this psycho listed on their website as a large part of their team, as their CEO. I mean, imagine co-founder and chief executive officer Brian Underwood, the sex pest. Brian Underwood has developed a wealth of experience as an entrepreneur with a passion for pursuing and inspiring better on a global scale. Is that what you call this? With a profound ability to sexually harass women and cultivate a cult and provoke people on his staff into suing him, Brian has a unique ability to provide strategic guidance. Today, Brian, although he has been sued for being a sex pest, is still listed on Pruvit's website as co-founder and chief executive officer. And as you can see, they are still quite proud of being a part of whatever this man's got going on. Which I wouldn't be if I were them, but hey, I guess Pruvit isn't about women. I guess Pruvit is not about protecting people. I guess Pruvit is all about harming women and not doing the right thing. And because of that, I think that this news needs to be spread far and wide. Let everyone know that this company, Pruvit, the multi-level marketing company, is absolutely fine with sexual harassment, sexual assault, and that they will fire their female employees if they do not have sex with one of these homely looking men that we see here. I mean, would you? 'Cause I wouldn't. Waiting for approval? Not my thing. Permission isn't required.
Morphac! Where's the Morphac?
Brian Underwood built Pruvit on promises of transformation, of body, mind, and bank account. But behind the glossy branding, influencer marketing, and billion-dollar claims lies a history shaped by strategic MLM moves, legal disputes, and power plays that raise serious questions. And now, with the disturbing allegations of sexual harassment tied to his name, the spotlight is no longer just on ketones or commissions. It's on accountability. These are not just business decisions. They're human consequences. Whether you're in the industry, on the fence, or watching from the outside, I hope this video helps you see the bigger picture. MLM leaders often market trust, but as we've seen today, trust should be earned, not sold. If you found this video valuable, share it, speak up, and stay curious, because the truth deserves a voice, even when it's inconvenient. Down below, I will leave all the information if you have been affected by Brian Underwood in a similar way Miss Jones has. Please understand, if you are a victim of Pruvit or Brian Underwood, there is nothing for you to be embarrassed about. This is all on him. Don't let him silence you. Down below, I will also leave a link to Aaron Bees' video on this. I highly recommend checking it out. The only thing Brian has proven is that he can be a creep. Stay skeptical, stay safe. Tell me all your thoughts down below. Until next time, I love all your faces, bye, and have a fabulous rest of your MLM Monday.
Hi, my name's Brian Underwood. I don't know, I think that my mom dressed me really well when I was younger.
Queen of Karma.